impacts are heat waves in certain vulnerable communities and among vulnerable populations. And we know that there are a lot of reasons why certain communities during a heat wave don't protect themselves. Either they are afraid that their air conditioning bills might be too high, they may not like air conditioning, they may not have access to air conditioning in their homes, and we're still just kind of starting to sort through, you know, what is the right messaging to make sure that people do those things. You know, how do we structure cooling centers? What is the proper response? So we've made a step in the right direction, but I think this is something that needs a lot more thought and discussion before we're going to get to a place where we are going to feel happy and proud about where we are as a city.
I would like to add, if I can. It has been shown over and over again that you cannot organize a few days ahead of a catastrophe developing. There have to be neighborhood organizations in place that have hopefully a long tradition connecting the various elements in a neighborhood on a community basis, because they are ultimately the first responders. For instance, there was this study about the Chicago heat wave, where particularly the elderly and those that either didn't have air conditioning, or it wasn't working, or they couldn't spend the money to run it all the time. Where there was an organization in a building that knew that there's an elderly folks up on the 4th floor, they simply took a bucket and a washcloth and washed those people down every few hours, and that was better than an air conditioner. And that's really something that has to sink in. You know, whether it's the local fire departments, whether it's the Knights of Columbus, whether it's a faith-based organization, if it's whatever organization that can bring about these grassroots, and that's where you come in as an individual to make sure that these kind of grassroots organizations really flourish and take this on as an issue. Then it's much easier for the city to interact with those organizations.
You know, unfortunately, we are constrained with the use of the space up until 9 o'clock. So I would like to thank our panel very, very much. We can have lights down and lights up there.